Hi there, welcome to Colcester Model Railway. It's October, it's my birthday, and it's the weekend for the Great Electric Train Show over the 12th and the 13th of October 2024. Now, I've had a quick look at the ground floor plan. I've had a sort of a brief idea of what I want to do and what I want to achieve. And this means going to just a select number of trade stands and one main layout that I want to see. So we're going to basically be looking at the Hornby Railway stand, a Curascale stand, West Hill Wagon Works stand, and looking at making tracks for layout. So let's crack on. Let's have a look at the first one of these stands, and that one is the Hornby Railway stand. So Hornby had quite a bit of a display on the front. Notably, they had this one, which was the Class 800 sort of /2 Transpennine liveried EMU, and it looked quite splendid actually. But the main thing that caught my eye was this one. It's the Class 755 Stadler Flirt, and it's in the greater angular livery, and this looks superb. Now, I've got two of these on pre-order and I'm really quite excited now. The detail on the roof is phenomenal, and also when you look close up and you can see the interior lighting and everything like that they put in, you can even see obviously the seating's been put in there with the tables and chairs and everything. It really does look brilliant, and on top of that, it's expected by November 2024. There's a little sign on the end of the track there, tells you just that. So moving along, I went to the Curascale sort of stand, which basically is right at the end of one of the main sort of entrances. They had the Class 89 on display there again. I actually saw this last year on display. They are taking pre-orders for this one now, and so they had a couple of examples in there, but I think the GNER version is already sold out. So obviously you want to get one quick. The other main reason is to pop along and see Richard Watson. He's on the Curascale stand, obviously of New Junction fame. If you've not already checked out his YouTube channel, please do so. Here is a link for it now. He's currently building his new layout, New Junction. It looks phenomenal, and it's a joint exhibition and home-based layout. I'm looking forward to see how that works out. Now, on to West Hill Wagon Works. Now, I had a real reason to having to come here. West Hill Wagon Works do these little packs now where they've got the rail joiner mate, which helps you put the rail joiners on the end of the track, and also the track pin mate, which stops your fingers hopefully being hammered to death when you try to put the track pins into the sleepers. They also do these catenary masts. Now, I've got a couple of the magnetic registration arms here to go onto the masts. They are obviously compatible with the Pico wires, and they just snap straight onto them using the magnets, which is really good. And I also got a couple of the double track gantries as well. I've got one already which I put together. I did a little trial run and bought one to see how they go, and they go really well. They're quite easy to put together, and I obviously think they're quite good. They also do this spacing system as well for mast spacing, so you get the correct space between each mast for each length of Pico wire. That's really useful, so I've picked up a copy of one of those as well. Some of the other purchases, as you may or may not know at the moment, there's not a lot of work going on my layout, so what I've been doing is stockpiling on scenic items and accessories. So I've been buying up a lot of road vehicles just lately. Anything that really just takes my fancy, as long as it's a modern vehicle, I tend to just get a load of those. I'll try and get them as cheap as I can as possible, because obviously if you're buying a lot of these, they can add up in value. So anything like that, I'm just buying and getting as I can. I'm also getting a lot of figures as well. I got some for these traction maintenance depot workers, and obviously police and security staff workers as well. Hadn't had the latter one before, so that was really useful to pick that one up. Now, the other main reason for going to the Great Electric Train Show was to see Making Tracks 4. Pete Waterman and the Rail Nuts team have excelled themselves now. They've done this section here, the road cut-in on the West Coast Main Line, with its sort of lattice work all over the top and its fixed catenary line. They've also done Watford Junction Station. This, of course, is a major interchange. It's on obviously a main stopping point between London Euston and Milton Keynes, and it provides obviously platforms for the London Overground and also a bay platform for the St Albans Abbey line as well, going off into St Albans itself. Watford Junction Station, as you can see, they put all these tower blocks in for the actual station building, and also there's a block of flats on the opposite side as well. It's quite a busy through station, this one. There's a lot of obviously trains going through, which is good for the visitors to see, and obviously children delight at seeing the high-speed train zooming through as well. Pete Waterman has really excelled at doing these Making Tracks layouts now. I mean, I have seen all of them up to date, and this one is, again, up to the same standards. The amount of detail that they put onto the platforms and everything is incredible. I actually find there's lots of little scenic ideas on here which I can take away with and use on my own layouts. The other thing to note as well is the trees in the foreground here at the bottom of the picture at this point. They are to true scale. Pete Waterman actually said, well, there's no point just buying off the peg trees. If you're going to put trees in, they've got to be to the right scale. So that's what they've done. So general view here, obviously, of the London Overground platforms that they've put in as well. I believe this is the line that they plan to extend, and I think it's going to go down to Carpenter's Park or something, from what Pete was saying to me earlier on. So, yeah, lots of exciting plans for the Making Tracks team. I think personally what I'd like to see them do next, once they've got Carpenter's Park and that sort of sorted out as a station, and they've modelled that section of it, I think it'd be great if they could do like a complete oval sort of layout, do some corner pieces, and basically put all the existing sections of Making Tracks 1, 2, 3 and 4 together. So you've got everything through from the road cut in right the way through Milton Keynes, through to Watford, then down to Carpenter's Park, via Bushy. The whole section could be a microcosm of the West Coast Main Line. I don't think that has ever been done before, and now that Pete Waterman's Rail Nuts team have done individual sections of it, there's a good possibility that could be achievable. They could put these layouts together and form a huge oval layout with with the existing storage yard at the back. I think that would be something to see, to be honest. I don't know if it would be on the cards for them. It takes a lot of work even just to do one of these sections, but all they'd have to do basically is model the corner bits, and one of the corners is already done for the Bushy Viaduct. So yeah, it's a possibility. So something I would really love to see. So speaking about the corners, obviously one of the scenic corners is here with the catenary mast going around. There's a little bit of bare patches around there where they didn't quite finish things off in time, but even they said they can't get everything done in time. But what they have achieved, I think, is exceptional. So there we go. that was the main reason, obviously, for coming to the Great Electric Train Show. So it's all wrapped up for another year then. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Obviously, please stay with Colcester Model Railway. I know not much has happened in recent months, but things will be changing soon. I'm stockpiling lots of items, getting lots of tracking, and hopefully there'll be some more videos to come soon. Until then, bye for now.